iwanan, pwedeng-pwede yan. Sama-samang pag-usapan ang mga kapansanan.
Always ask questions. Don't assume that you know what we need. Always ask. Kasi for example, yung mom ko before, when I have a panic attack, tinatry niya ako i-hug. Eh ako pag may panic attack ako, I don't want anyone to touch me. Kasi parang feeling ko masasuffocate ako. Ganon. So, when she tried to hug me, parang sobrang naano ako doon. As in, fight mode ako doon. And then after that, sinabi ko sa kanya, Mama, you have to ask me what I need. You can't just do things and expect me to just accept it. To lessen the harm, you have to ask me what I need. So after that, yung mom ko, pag may panic attack ako, sabi niya sa akin, Angela, what do you need? Communication. It's so important. Like, open the lines of communication and be open enough to accept when you're wrong. Kasi that's another thing I think with like parents. Meron silang maling akala. It's so hard for them to accept that. It's so important for them to accept na this thing that you thought was right isn't actually right. And there's something else that you can do. It doesn't make you a bad parent. It doesn't make you a bad person because you made a mistake. It just means that you have so much more to learn. It's a process. And you have to be willing to go on that process no matter how difficult it is. Yeah. They assume that if you don't show your mental illness, you don't have it. So for example, yun nga, they think yung mga mentally ill, hindi sila maayos magsuot, ganon. They don't show up for school, ganon. Or they don't do well when it comes to work. So may mga assumptions na sila na this person can't be great at things or can't perform in a way that other people can also perform. And that's something that should change because at the core of it, mentally ill people are people. And so they are capable, just as everybody else, of doing great things, of having skills and abilities just like everybody else. And that's something that people need to understand. The mentally ill people, they're not wounded animals, you know? And another thing naman is, if you don't look mentally ill, then hindi valid yung experience mo. Kasi people have this one idea of what being mentally ill is. So, mentally ill, immediately inisip na, oh, depressed, or schizophrenic, ganon. Mga ganon yung mga inisip nila agad-agad eh. But there are so many different kinds of mental disorders, and everybody's experience of mental disorders are different. Are different, and we shouldn't generalize those experiences kasi they're unique to the context of the person, they're unique to the biology of the person, they're unique to the person themselves because every person is different. So when it comes to responding to people who are mentally ill, it's different for each and every one. You can't just expect na one size fits all solution na this is gonna fix everything, this is gonna be okay. No, it's not like that kasi people need different things. So for example, I know somebody na when they're having a panic attack, gusto nila hinahug sila kasi it makes them feel safe. And then for me, I don't like being touched because it makes me feel like I'm suffocating. Ganon. So you have to put in the work to understand. Even if understanding is out of your comfort zone, if you really, really want to be an ally, if you really, really want to support this person, you have to go into it, with open eyes, with open arms, and then with an open heart. Let yourself learn and let yourself take that time. It's okay na you don't get it right immediately kasi nobody ever does naman. Even me right now, I don't always get it right with my own mental illness or with the mental illness of my friends. Ganon. I don't always get it right. But you have to give yourself that time. Kasi eventually, when you put in the work, when you put in that care, that love, that effort, it's gonna show. And you're gonna be a better person for it, and your relationship with the person that you care for who is mentally ill is gonna get better. And you're gonna be walking together on that journey. Ayun. We use the term invisible disabilities because it's something that you cannot see. But when we think about invisibility, we have to ask ourselves, is it invisible? Or are we making it invisible? Are we choosing to not see it, to not understand it? Walang iwanan, pwedeng-pwede yan.
Sama-sama pag-usapan ng mga kapansanan. Pwedeng-pwede yan. pwedeng pag-usapan ng mga kapansanan.